Hi everybody, this is Philippe de Brouws here and welcome to my channel. On this channel we have tips and performances in dance. I dance West Coast swing and solo dance and it's a joy to share with you my passion. So consider subscribing to this channel and switching on notifications to be up to date with when we put posts on. And I would love to ask you, what tips do you give for people to improve as dancers? I would love to hear what your tips are. So do share those and yeah, perhaps we could mention those as well on the channel. In today's video, we're going to give you 5 tips on how to grow as a dancer. So I hope that's really useful for you. It's stuff that I use and I have found really useful for me. So let's jump into it. So in tip number 1, what I like to do is to practice or drill certain elements that I've been working on recently or thinking on. For example, I might be thinking on how am I going to move my feet. I'm moving them in a certain way using certain muscles, or move my arm moving from the center, from the elbow. So I'll be focusing on certain things and then practicing those elements. How I like to do it is do it during the day. So rather than be like, I'm going to do a half-hour session or an hour session, which I might do, for me I prefer to do it throughout the day, dripping it throughout the day, like eating little pieces of sushi, I like to say. But for you, you might prefer doing longer sessions of half an hour or 1 hour. So for example, if the kettle is on and I'm making some coffee, I am thinking about a certain element to work on whilst the kettle is boiling. So for example, whilst it's boiling, I might be thinking about some new moves I've learned and just practicing them in the kitchen, or moving my arms in a certain way, or practicing, a new element. Similarly, I might also do the same if I'm in the bathroom, like brushing my teeth. I often brush my teeth with headphones on and just can't help but dance. And I have the mirror there, so I can also practice, see how it looks, and practice other elements as well. And even afterwards, when I finish brushing my teeth, I might do a bit more things in front of the mirror. For example, at the moment, I'm thinking about tutting, and I've been learning a bit of tutting, so enjoying that. That's good in front of the mirror, having those cool right angles where you can practice with the tutting. Other elements you might want to practice, there's so many, but you might have things like facial expressions, which is a good one in front of the mirror as well. Like, am I expressing happiness or sadness or anger? That's something I'm working on as well, because I know that when I dance, sometimes my face can be a bit like thinking face. So for tip number 2, we think about practicing to music, but at this stage we're not filming yet. So we put on a song and you practice. This is something I enjoy doing. I actually did it the other day. In the evening it tends to be quite good as well, because I'm more in the vibe sometimes in the evening. And you practice, you could practice to certain elements you've been thinking about. From step 1, you might think, whilst you're freestyling or doing choreography, I'm going to focus this freestyle, be very aware of what my face is doing, or where am I projecting, or how I'm moving my arms, for example. Another option is just to do the practice freestyle or choreography, but without thinking about any elements, just letting go and just doing it. But again, that's good practice as well, I would say. Just to, let go and have fun. Well, it should all be fun anyway, our practice. For number 3, this is similar to the second one, but this is practicing to music with a camera filming. Yes, I know that could be scary the first time you do it, but it's actually really good and it's helped me loads. When I have that camera filming, it kind of changes the way you dance. It's really weird and you start to feel pressure. But I think the more you do it, the better you get, which is good, because if you do competitions or public performances, this is good practice. But also, it's got a second string to the bow, is that you can watch back those videos and you learn so much from watching. You might have felt something look really great, it might not look so good, or something you thought wasn't great actually looks great. So what I would say as well is that when you watch the videos back, watch with an open mind and be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace and compassion, and be grateful for what your body can do. And remember, you're on this journey, so rather than just criticizing yourself and feeling bad, if that's what you do, just think this is a journey. So this is the stage I'm on at the moment, but this is my way of improving and I'm going to get better. So I would watch that back and enjoy the moments in it as well that you thought were inspiring, and then just be aware of the things that you could work on. And these are little gifts from the video to help you practice, so it's all good. And in the same way, you can also practice the freestyling then with those elements you've been thinking about, being aware of those, but also doing that freestyle or choreo without thinking about those elements, just letting go and dancing, and then watching it back again and seeing how it feels. I really enjoy watching back the videos. Sometimes I watch them back and be like, oh no, I'm not really dancing like that. But then I watch back sometimes the next day when I'm a bit more fresh in the head, and I might actually enjoy it again, so it's interesting. But I like to put the videos on social media if I like the video, or parts of it. I like to do that to try and inspire people, but also as a log of how my progress is going. If you don't want to put your videos in public, what you could do is create a private playlist on YouTube and put them on there, or on your phone in a folder, and just have those there so you can refer to them and see how you've grown. The fourth tip is one of my favorite ones, is to go to events, conventions, workshops. When you go to those, I get so filled with inspiration. First of all, if you're at a workshop, you're learning new things, being around other dancers, being around great teachers who you can bounce off and get ideas. Then you can go back home and practice these elements in your tip 1, which is those drills, or in your freestyles or choreography. And watching shows and performances is something that's like super inspiring as well, and I really love it. And yeah, you just go away from these conventions feeling really on fire and inspired, and it really gives you something you want to achieve. So totally recommended that as well. And tip number 5 is to watch videos. This is a great one, because we can watch the dance videos of our favorite dancers and not be thinking much and enjoy those. That's great. But also, if we watch these videos and be mindful of watching certain elements in those videos. For example, how is the person moving their limbs, their arms and legs? I heard a dancer once talk about that, how they decide to focus in on certain parts of the dancer when they're dancing. So you could focus in on the limbs, the core, how that's moving, the facial expressions, how they're looking, and so on. There's so many things. That's a wonderful way to learn. And what I love about watching these YouTube videos is that you can pause them and go back. I've set my back button to be 5 seconds, so I often use that to go back 5 seconds and watch again the part, or slow-mo it, watch it again, and take it in. And again, I can incorporate those into my drills and practices, which I do in those other stages, those other steps. So watching videos can be super useful as well. Also, what some other people might do is to cover parts of the video. For example, if they don't want to be distracted by all these elements happening, they might cover the top part of the person and just watch the bottom part as they're dancing, or cover the bottom part and watch the top part. That's a nice idea as well, where you can focus in on certain elements and then use those to inform your own dancing. So I hope those tips were useful for you. I actually had to record this video 3 times due to certain issues that were happening with sound, and so it was so good to share these, and I finally did it, so that's good. So I hope these were useful, and if you have any of your own tips, then put those below. I love reading those comments, and we can all share with each other our tips and what's helped us. And if you have any problems or any questions about dance, do also write below, and it would be my joy to help you with those. Once again, you're very welcome to subscribe to this channel and switch on those notification bells to keep up to date with what's happening. And guys and girls, I wish you a wonderful day, and see you in the next video.